watching a Youth TV, empowering you.
When he is also here, we shall have to grab that chance and we listen to the good news from him. Then from there, we expect to receive a speech from our partners, that is 80, which is Empower Youth in Technology, the company that is partnering our club. And they explain us more about what is 80, what will be the criteria and the initiatives of the club, what are the aspects, the do and the don'ts that will be involved in this club, as they generate us much hint about what will be elaborated. And there we can have our patron. Fortunately, he is also not yet here, but we do expect him to land. From the patron, we shall have the mentor. We shall have the club mentor who will take us through a simple session, and we get more light and hint and guide us on the way how issues will be handled. And there we can receive the chief guest, who will at the same time officially launch our club. This date, the 26th of January 2024, we shall happen to launch our club, BSU Innovation Club, which is patterned by 80, which is Empower Youth in Technology, and officially it will start operating in the premises of our campus. So, let me get any volunteer to take us through the anthem. I think we go one stanza, we have a prayer, and we begin on the speeches. Thank you. One volunteer, take us through the Uganda National Anthem. Okay, let's stand up and I do read that. Oh, Uganda, good upholding, we lay our future in thy hand. We united free for liberty, together we Oh, thank you for that. We shall go one stanza with the interest of time. Now, still standing, let's receive a prayer. Now it will be to that person who is dedicated. I don't know different souls how they are committed to their gods. So anyone can take us through the prayer as we commence. Thank you.
Let's humble ourselves and we pray. Most gracious Father, we take this opportunity to thank you, Lord, for who we are. We thank you for this beautiful day that we've had, Father. We know many were willing to end this day, but it has not been to their capacity, Lord. It was not by their willing, Father, but it was because of you. Lord, we dedicate this club into your hands. We dedicate this program that was being planned all along, that it has come true, Father. We dedicate it into your hands. Let all the programmers, let everyone that shall take part, let everything that shall be done in this place be done under your guidance. To you, Most High God, we pray.
Amen. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for that wonderful prayer, of which I think it is going to build something within us. Now, next on our agenda, we are to receive our club president, and he will take us through easy remarks as we get some light and hint on what is transpiring within this place. We request you to come and give us your remarks, sir. Thank you.
Our guest of honor, Director, HIT, Executive Leaders, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you. I want to take this opportunity to welcome each and everyone in this room for honoring today's invitation. Let me take this opportunity to thank HIT for the time they are rendering to us. These people are one that have facilitated everything that we are using, and more so, they have promised us training program which are going to start effective next week. Another thing, allow me bring your notes to the key features of the club. One, we have club name, we have club motto, we have the slogan and core values. The name of our club is BSU Innovation Club, and its motto is Empower Ideas. The club slogan is creating value through innovation, and the core values include the following. One is innovation as a priority, building tomorrow together, creativity, transforming lives, open collaboration. Another thing, allow me introduce to you the club committee. You can stand up. You can introduce yourself.
I'm called Haibe Victor, offering Bachelor's of Agriculture and Community Development. And on the committee, I work as the Police Secretary. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ampamia Talent, pursuing Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance, Year 2. And I happen to be the club treasurer. Thank you.
My name is Benji Waria. I do offer Bachelor of Science in Education and in Year 1. And on the committee, I work as the Vice President. Thank you.
Good evening to all. Gloria Sinatamba is my name. Acting Secretary of this club. Thank you.
I respect everybody in this or have your respect capacities. Rodney Kampani is my name. I do offer Bachelor of Science in Economics and Statistics, Year 1, and I happen to act as a club speaker.
This is the committee I'm working with. Another thing, I appreciate those who have already paid subscription fee of 2,000 shillings, and I request those who have not yet paid to pay as soon as possible, because very soon we are to begin our club activities which require funds. And lastly, I request you to cooperate as we add in more effort the smooth running of our club activities. Thank you.
Yeah, a round of applause to our club president. We do thank you for that wonderful speech, of which I think most of you have gotten light on what is transpiring here. You hear AET, BSU Innovation Club, but I think you haven't amalgamated the two to get out what is what and which is which. But I know by the end of this session, we shall all be perversed with what is transpiring. And I do know that you will appreciate. Now, next on our agenda, we have happened to receive one of the aspiring guild presidents. I have seen him around. Abanyankole mbachefu ngurushoro rwa hangu norwendeze koko yawe. I had earlier told you that whoever pops in first will have to grab the chance. Another guild president in the name of Agaba Ian sent a message which I will have to read. So we have the speeches of the aspiring guild presidents. So you allow me to read this message that has been sent from Agaba Ian, who has not been positioned to be here, as we call the president, the one who has attended in person. His message goes like this. Agaba Ian LLB3. I don't know what is LLB3. What? Ro. Yeah, I think LLB3. Yeah, legends are telling me that it is Ro. I think bachelors of Ro 3. I greet you all in Jesus' name. You receive your greetings. I'm sorry I've not been able to respond to the invitation given to me through the club president. I think the club president invited them. But allow me to send my sincere gratitude to you all, comrades that have been able to attend. I happen to be one of the aspiring guild presidents year 2024-2025, and I gladly solicit for your mandates if time comes. That's how the message reads. Thank you for listening. I have also been used to drive the vessel, but since I am the speaker, and he had not delegated someone, I had to do that. So next, let me gladly receive one of the aspiring guild presidents, and say hi to us. Sir, I do receive you. Thank you. Now get hold of this mic. Okay.
Thank you very much, Speaker, the guest of Hannah, and my fellow students. I greet you in the name of Almighty God. I would love to introduce to you officially to express matters of the inconvenience to those who might not know me. And I believe that I'm known widely, but it's a matter of courtesy that I introduce to you officially. My name is Tumsime Ed, a year 2 student pursuing bachelor's in journalism and mass comm from Faculty of Education, Arts and Media Studies. So, happen to be the aspirant guild president, the incoming election that will be held between March and April. So as here, the theme say that to empower the next generation of young innovators in Uganda and beyond. I'm among those innovators because I have a certain project. I will give you an offer to come and be part of my club. I will offer you a free training to work on, those chokes. Since we are innovators, so I will give you a chance to come and study for free on a course. You'll be by the way, you'll be having the certificate because we are under DIT. So you'll be given a free service. That's what I have for you. Have a blessed day.
Feel at home. This is the home of innovators. When I hear innovation, it contradicts my mind, but when I try to use my simple understanding, I recall of one of the speakers, Nelson Mandela, who was trying to elaborate who an educated student or who an educated person is. And I think one of the scholars defined an educated person as someone who has the capabilities and the potential to solve his or her daily problems. One scholar believed that for you to be an educated person, you must be in the capacity of you having that zeal to solve your daily problems. That's one of the scholars, how he defined an educated person is. And when I relate it with this innovation, now I see the connectivity in it. Because if I innovate something, perhaps I had not got to school, but you cannot tell me that I'm not educated. Yes, you are educated. And the thinking, I got out some innovation, and I came out with it. What do you think that I'm an educated person? And another scholar elaborated an educated person as someone who has much that he or she has left behind after he or she has forgotten all the things that he or she has learned from school. What is that one that you have left behind after? What is that very thing that you have left behind after you forgetting each and everything that you have learned from school? So I think that one also coincides positively. It has a bit of positive correlation with the innovation here. So I think with all that, glad we shall have to combine all those, and we come out with one particular goal of innovation as the 80, the collaboration we have with 80 as the way how they will elaborate us much about that. So without wasting much of your time, let us go next our agenda. We expected the guild president, but I see him not around. So you will allow me invite. Next one, I use this one. So it would be good we get to know the people we have here, but not by your names, but maybe the courses or the faculties. So if I forget your course or your faculty, you will help me remind. So let me see those from business. Faculty, no, it might not be faculty, but from business. Oh, again, put up your hands, okay. So business has accounting, has so many things, right? So you bring that category, okay? Then computing, IT, computer science, whatever. So from computing, how many are you? Yes, we have 4 people from computing. Agriculture. Okay, those from agriculture, okay. Law, only 1 person. So we only have 1 person from the law school. So the only person want to be an innovator. Which other course? Do you have engineering? No. Maybe from medical courses, nursing, education. From education, I think we have a sizable number. Any other course or program or faculty that I'm forgetting? Mass communication or journalism or whatever it is, since we have a youth TV here. Anyone from that side, mass communication or journalism or anything? Yes, from journalism and mass com. That is still faculty of education. Any other course? Tourism, yes, tourism. Anyone from tourism? Which one? It is under business. Oh, so you belong, okay. I think I've not forgotten any. So this is exactly what we mean. So from this side, yeah, they will introduce themselves later on. We have Athiregard, Mr. Athiregard, our chief guest. Yeah, but don't worry, that time is down. We're going to introduce him from Sergad Investments Limited, or makers of Red Star Wines. Mr. David Kabanza, still, we will introduce him when he's going to talk to us. But the former staff member of this university. But then from EIT, I came with so many people, you see them. Rachel Nwashaba, the former student here as well, but now our staff, finance admin. Henry Kabuga, head of production at EIT TV, he's there. Morris from EIT TV as well. Devin from EIT TV, he heads digital marketing. Yeah. So that's the team I have. I hope I've not forgotten any. Then myself, Xavier Ronald, the team leader in Power Youth in Technology. So maybe one would wonder why the whole team is here. Yeah, basically we're here simply because we believe in, one, we believe in young people. Secondly, we believe in technology. So when you see for so many years, partners in technology and innovation development, we are partners in media, in publicity, in communication work. And I am happy we have a sizable number from almost each faculty, maybe apart from nursing. Is it faculty of medicine or whatever it is, but at least we're only missing nursing, but maybe other people are represented. So which is very good. But the question tonight we have here is, if you graduate today and there is no job for you, does that mean there is no future for you? If you graduate today, like now, assuming it was graduation ceremony, and you get out there and there is no job for you, does that mean it is your end? To some people, it is always their end, because when they were here, they thought they were going to work in someone's office. And sometimes, indeed, some might work, while others might not work, but you meet someone who actually tells you, can't you give me anything that I can do? But of course, we don't graduate just to go and do anything. No, we don't, and maybe God will tell us he's an employer. Probably has met so many young people who probably come to his office and say, anything, for me I can do anything. Yes, anything, but of course you can't clean. Maybe you can't, it can't be anything, because you studied, you have a bachelor's degree, you have a diploma, you have a certificate, so you studied, so it can't be anything. So for us, we are here with this club to say, we can use our knowledge, We can use whatever we acquire from school right away from the time we started school, P1 or nursery, up to this level. So you can use all this knowledge to actually be an innovative student. So that when you're graduating, you have two things with you. You either graduate and go to work, or you go to look for a client. So let me take you through why we actually thought this is very, very important. I guess this is the guild president. So Mr. Guild President, sir, we welcome you. Probably this is going to be your seat in front. You can come and occupy the front seats. Yeah, you can sit there. Say, thank you so much for coming. Yeah. Oh, what has happened? Okay. So, like I said, we are from Empower Youth in Technology, and we are champions or initiators of some of these things. And we have moved around creating these innovation clubs, and finally we are at BSU. So, I want you to pay attention to my slide, and I want us to discuss it together. Unfortunately, people this side might not see. Yeah, but I will try to explain. So in Uganda, they normally say, we are educated, we are an educated generation nowadays. We go to universities. There is interesting statistics here. 87% of graduates cannot find jobs. 87%. So every year you'll see Makerere University graduating students, MAST graduating, BSU, last year you graduated some, and this next month we will have like 5 universities graduating students. MAST, University of St. Joseph, I think Makerere, so many. Every year, 87% of graduates can't find jobs. So if we have 700,000 graduating every year, only 90,000 jobs are created by either private sector or government, but 90,000 jobs are created. Yet we release 700,000 jobs. So that's why 87% can't find jobs. The likes of God, the employers cannot create 700 jobs. So even if all of us are skilled enough, because they normally say the reason why we can't get jobs, maybe the education system cannot prepare us very well. But also, even if the education system prepare us the way it should be, at the end of the day, we can't find the jobs because only 90,000 jobs are what? Created. So I want us to follow the story very well. Even if the university trains us the way the likes of God want, because the employers, God normally say, what you give us is not what we want. They are too theoretical, they can't do what we want. Even if we are prepared 100% to do what they want, either way we cannot find jobs, because the jobs that are created are very few. Only 90,000 jobs compared to the 700,000 graduates. So then there is a disaster. Now, because of high unemployment rate, we normally tell people that they need to focus on entrepreneurship in order to create jobs for themselves. However, there is also scaring statistics. We also have scaring statistics in the entrepreneurship world, where we say there is high failure rate of startups in Uganda. Only 1 in 5 startups succeed. So if the 5 of us, we are only 4 here. Maybe I'm going to add Devin, we become 5. If 5 of us started a business like now, it is only 1 business that will succeed, the other 4 will fail. And we must congratulate people like at Hiregard who have succeeded in business for how many years now? 12 years. Let's clap for him actually. Running a business for 12 years, yet they say only 1 in 5 startups succeed in Uganda. There are so many reasons as to why this happens. Simple reasons like 3. Number 1 is business knowledge. Number 2 is capital. Number 3 is markets. Usually because of what happens in this world, you graduate today, you look for jobs 3 years down the road, and you remember, but why am I struggling? Yet I can start juice business, wine business, without prior knowledge, without enough research. Because you see red star out there, you also go and start
your wine business, and before you know it, you fail because you have not done enough research. You don't have knowledge on how you can succeed. So you fail because the knowledge is lacking. And also sometimes you fail because there is no capital. But also you will fail because you don't have market or no markets for your product or service. So looking at this, we were like, okay, what more can we do? We have to change the trajectory. Because we have seen already that for us to be employed, jobs must be created. Now, how can jobs be created? Businesses must be created. Companies must be created. We must have companies like Sirgad Investments, which are able to run for 12 years, and maybe he will also tell us the number of people he's employing now. So we must have the caliber of such businesses starting and succeeding in order for so many jobs to be created. Now, for you to sustain such a business, then you need to be prepared, you need to be nurtured, you need to be groomed, and that's why we have these clubs being formed. So, AYIT is here to support this initiative for so many reasons. One of the reasons, what you have seen up, in order for you to be groomed and nurtured, so that you don't fall in the statistics of 1 in 5. Okay? So we are here to support the initiative that we are actually launching today, the BSU Innovations Club. Our role is to support this initiative. We are in the mission to build the capacity of university students who belong to such clubs. We want organized group. That's why we want to work with people who are in a club like this one. Otherwise, there are so many students, so we could have gone and say, whoever wants to be an innovator, come. No, but we want people who are in groups like this one, an innovation club. Last time I was telling you there are so many clubs here. So when you come here, you'll see debates club. You come here, you didn't get time to move around, you see integrity club. So many. Now, when you are in a debates club, for example, they are teaching you maybe to be a public speaker, and it's good. So you see them debating. Sometimes you can even improve your public communication skills, which is very good. But also we are saying, on top of the debates clubs you're in, also be an entrepreneurship or innovation club, where the language is entrepreneurship, innovation, problem solving. So this is going to be now our language. So our mission is to build the capacity of university students who subscribe to innovation clubs with entrepreneurship and innovation knowledge. In order, one, to graduate with 2 things. Now for us, we want you to graduate with 2 things. Number 1, the obvious one, unless they catch you cheating and they chase you, or maybe you fail to get tuition, the most obvious one is the degree or the diploma or the certificate. The fact that you're here, that is obvious, unless otherwise. That one you'll walk away with it. You'll go out with a degree or a diploma or whatever it is. But for us, we are saying, on top of a degree or a diploma, we also want you to graduate with a venture, a business. 2 things at least. Our mission is to build your capacity in order to get the entrepreneurial and innovation knowledge. So that at the time you graduate, you should be able to have 2 things, a degree or a diploma, but also a business. Those are the 2 things we want from you. While other students those students who are there playing football, they will graduate with their degree. You also graduate with it like them. But we also want you to graduate with something else, something added on you. The business knowledge, the entrepreneurial venture, the business idea, whatever it is, but on top of that, go away with that. So that's the reason why we believe in this initiative, and that's why we had to labor so much. The club president said we supported. We have to, because our word, when you see our catchphrase, empower youth in technology. So we are here for the young people. It was not a mistake to start empower youth in technology, because we sat down and realized there are those young people who need to be empowered. And our catch point, our slogan is empowering the next generation of innovators. the next generation of you young people, the innovators in Uganda and beyond. Okay? So the main goal here, look at our goal, to transform university students like you into technology and innovative entrepreneurs. Once we do that, we want to increase employment opportunities. Okay? Because we have already seen that jobs are scarce. And the reason why jobs are scarce is we are not creating businesses. Only 90,000 jobs are created. First of all, government does not create jobs. You know that, because government does not have a factory for jobs. The only times jobs are created in government maybe is when a new district is created. Because when a new district is created, perhaps you expect, these jobs of chief administrative officers or what. Maybe that's when new jobs are created. Other than that, jobs are created when people retire or when maybe the office bearers die. That's when jobs are what? Created. Other than that, no. The only way we can have jobs being created is when you guys go out and do businesses. That's the most obvious one. In this room, how many, I hope Rachel has done the attendance list, probably, you know the number of people we have. How many are we so far? 40. Now, assuming 20 of us create jobs, create businesses, which can run for 12 years like what God did, and you're able to employ maybe 20 people, so 20 times 20, maybe 40 jobs. So how many jobs? 40 times 400 jobs. You would have added 400 jobs, which is a good addition. Now, assuming in other universities, students generate 400 jobs. How many universities do we have? Maybe 30. So 400 times 30. Those who do math. 1,000. So if we do that every year then, if we do that every year, that would be a good addition. So let us look at this. This message should really enter your mind very seriously. Okay? So, how do you want to work with these clubs? For us, our agenda is very simple. We will not go beyond this. We are, like I said, it's more of empowerment. We are empowering you. How do you want to work with you? We want to work with the club president, the club patron, to coordinate simple entrepreneurship and innovation activities on behalf of you members. If we have a club if one of our members wants to contest as the guild president, we will not support you. If you want to go and do other things, or you have a rally, or you have what, we will not support you. We will only support you if you're talking about innovation and entrepreneurship. You get it, Mr. President? Our agenda is very simple: innovation and entrepreneurship. Any activity outside that will not be part of this club. And I hope we are aware of that, club president. Yeah, so our agenda is to work with you in order to coordinate entrepreneurship and innovation activities within this university. So if you're here and you see a student who is trying to innovate, bring him in this club. This should be their home. Any person who is thinking about something new, you're moving around and you hear there is an IT student who is trying to create a mobile application, bring him in the club. You hear at the law school there is someone trying to innovate. This should be their home. The way other clubs organize their debate activities and what your activities will be, entrepreneurship and innovation in nature. And how are we going to work with you, for example? This is a simple package we have organized for you. We will do with you idea formation and product development workshops. So we'll come here and train you, do workshops with you for 1 week, 3 weeks, whatever it is, so that you generate ideas. We will train you, we will give you an opportunity to do exchange visits. And it's not a mistake that we invited, for example, God here to be our chief guest. Why? If one of you is trying to innovate a product that requires high-level manufacturing, we will work with God. We ask him to take you there and you see how production is done in the name of these exchange visits. Take you there, see how production is done. Not only production, but also packaging. How are they packaging this wine? How are they doing the branding of this wine? You just go there and see. The university does not have a factory. So perhaps you will not see how these things are done. The only way you can see them is when you go out. So if we work with the Guild President and say, Mr. Guild President, sir, organize for us an exchange visit. We want to go and visit factories that do A, B, C, and D. Exchange visit. A youth will be available to support. Mentor and speaker series. That's why we have an entrepreneur like Mr. Gad here, an entrepreneur like Mr. David, to come and talk to us. How do you move an idea like how he did it to a business that you run for 12 years? That's what we talk when we say mentor stroke speaker series. For us, those are the things we'll be doing for you. I don't know if this is your first time coming here, God, but because of Empower Youth in Technology, he's here. Because of the BSU Innovation Club, he's here. Because of whatever it is, David is here. So we want to do many of these things. So that it is not only about classwork, but also the outside knowledge. You see, these people bring with them the outside world, which is not in the university. Then we want to do innovation competitions and pitch competitions with you guys. I don't know, you must have seen, and I want to congratulate BSU because I normally see you participate in a university quiz and you win. I think, is it last year when you won? It's last year. I saw in the news you won. So the quiz, How many times have we seen innovation competitions by university students? Have we seen any of those? Then we need to start them. Then how are we going to become innovators if we are not? Let us organize such a quiz and we are talking about innovations. But we want to bring them and we are promising to organize a very good competition with all these universities around. MAST, BSU, University of St. Joseph. We all come here to compete on who has the best idea. Not who is doing the best course or what, because the courses do not matter if we are going out to be unemployed. The courses do not matter. What matters is who has the best what. Let us also compete and the best innovator comes from BSU and it appears in news. Because you did well in the quiz and we've been celebrating you. Let us also do well in innovations and we celebrate you. So our package is simple like this. Help you get ideas, help you develop products, we help you visit other people and see how things are done, help you do exchange, be mentored, compete with other people, and we celebrate. I want to come back here when I am celebrating success. So that's a simple package we have for you, and I hope it is going to be a smooth ride. And we are ready even starting next week. By Monday, we'll be back here with our training as the club president will be. And the first training will be on how do we identify business ideas. When we look at all these challenges out there, how do we identify ideas out of these community challenges? That's the first level of the training. After that, how do we develop products out of these ideas as we move and move and move and move? So, what type of people do we want to work with? If you have a business idea, you're welcome. You might be this person who has been thinking about, I think I can do this, but you probably don't know how you can actually. We want you. That's number one. The person who actually has an idea. And most of you probably could be having ideas already. But probably you think maybe your idea is not important. In one or another, it could be there. And maybe you don't even know that you have it, but there's something boiling in you. Some people who do not know how to sing, but when you organize, when we were growing up, we used to have competition like Tasker Project Film. Do you know those competitions? Have you ever heard of those, the musical competitions? The one I remember mainly is the Tasker Project film. So now people could go and compete on singing. And some people even didn't know that they can sing, not until they joined those competitions. Maybe even you probably don't know that you have an idea, not until we challenge you and it comes out. So we want people, but also want those who are demonstrating capacity to generate an idea or develop. So also want those who are and like for you, the person is here already. I can guess that you are in this category because why are you here? Maybe you already something that you're thinking about. So once you are demonstrating the capacity to generate an idea, but also those who are demonstrating interest in entrepreneurship and innovation. By you being here already, I think you're showing us that you have interest. Otherwise, you would be out there, doing your own things. But the fact that you're here, maybe there is something about you. So these are the people we want to work with. And I hope you're the people we want. Are you the people we want? Clap for yourselves. Congratulations. Then we're in the right place. So our chief guest, I think we are in the right place. Probably 3-4 years later, these will be your business partners. These might be your suppliers, or you will supply them. Someone might innovate the next good packaging material, and you start discarding the bottles and you buy theirs. Or maybe someone might innovate the best way to brand, and you start working with them. Or maybe someone might innovate a technology that can help you sell in the US. Maybe you're not selling there yet, but someone might innovate something that can help you sell and eventually become business partners. So these are the potential young people we have, and you know what it means working with young people. So you guys, I'm even selling you, I'm even marketing you. I'm marketing you. After here, you need to buy me something I can drink. So what are the priority sectors now? What sort of sector? Number one, we want you to generate ideas that will eventually become IT solutions, or those ideas that we can manufacture, or those that can be manufactured. What do I mean by ICT? We are looking at you guys to develop web systems, mobile applications. You guys have heard of artificial intelligence, machine learning. We want those IT-related, artificial intelligence-based innovations, machine learning, the digital media. Innovate in the next hit TV and it is okay. Videos, animations, films, documentaries, much more, anything in that space, we are interested in it because you know what ICT is doing. Then the second category is manufacturing. Produce something. Produce something. The country is crying of organic fertilizers, pesticides, whatever it is. We have too much waste out there. Do waste value addition. We are looking at those. Do crafts if you can. Fiber, textile, whatever it is, all those, as long as you can manufacture anything. We're interested in manufacturing. We are not so much interested in ordinary businesses. Most of you, your parents could be educating you because they are running shops. They are doing what? They are into agriculture. It is okay. But for us, we are saying innovation, value addition, creativity. So, look around, go out, analyze, and look at a cup of tea like this one and say, no, we can create something new. Maybe this is not the best spoon. Let me manufacture my own, which can alert me in case I'm putting too much sugar. Like we want such kind of innovations, not the ordinary kind of businesses because our parents have been doing them, we are not adding something new. We want something that will turn into big factories like Sirga Investments. Okay, so that's why we are saying, let's look at ICT, let's look at manufacturing. Yes, you can start a shop, it's okay. You can go and, you can start a boutique, it's okay. But as university students, how innovative can we be? Before you think of a soap, how innovative can you be? Okay, that is what we want. So we have selected this. This is how we want to challenge you to think. Produce an IT product or manufacture something. Okay, so pay attention to the timelines we have for you here. Timelines. Number one, like I said, we are going to do idea generation workshop with you, and this will help us generate ideas, and this is even starting next week. Next week we are starting with idea generation workshop, where we want to challenge you to generate ideas. Maybe some of you thought you can't have an idea, you will have it. You will have it because you have done it in other places. Okay? Let me just time myself so that I don't go beyond the schedule. The second one is product development. Out of this idea, we want you to develop a product. It could be a product or a service. Product stroke service development. Take note of the steps. Number one, you have generated an idea. Number two, you have developed a product or a service. After that, we'll be linking you to mentors. Mentors will be bringing mentors to talk to you, to help you in the process of your product development. Then we'll do exchange visits. Then we'll do pitch competitions at the end. So this is a simple, and we are going to do this probably by April or May. We need to be done with you, so that by May or April you have a product for yourself. A first version, a prototype at least. For us, as long as you get a product, the rest will be yours. It is up to you to succeed or fail. But at least, even God started by manufacturing one product like this, producing one bottle of wine. Isn't it where you started from? From there, the rest is history. So if you're going to venture into whatever you want, we will help you produce one product like this. Beyond that, the success will be yours because it's going to be you now with your business. And already we have had people who have already produced at least products already from the time we started. So for example, for the work we have been doing, we have helped young people come up with such kind of innovations. We have developed these innovations, we have seen them work. These are IT-related innovations. This is a sample of what we have seen people do and from our ecosystem. The last time Mr. Gad was at a youth, we were launching a project called Startup Garage. These are some of the young people who actually, these are some of the products that came out of a process like this. Yes, that process. So if you remember, these have been produced or developed by young people like you and at the youth in the things we do. This is a product by a former student here, beetroot yogurt, by a former student whom we have actually supported in our ecosystem. Quid wine. Some people have been supported and have produced and packaged wine like this one. So many. And these are the things we want you to do at the end of the day. These ones. And this is not rocket science because the people who have done them have been with us. And David can bear me witness because he has trained most of those. God can bear me witness because he has been there when we were launching a program that resulted into some of these. We want you to produce products like these ones. For example, this is the juice from local products. This is the bread from banana. Bread from banana done by young people. So many you can see. This is this is a product from old tires and someone is selling it, making money. Okay? These are the things we want to see you doing at the end of the day. Okay? Product like these ones. This is Jerry, Amasta, Gokwesig, done by some people here in Mbarara. A product from coffee, Chitagwenda coffee. there, done by young people here in Mbarara. So, wines and whatever, grass cleaners and stuff like that. These are the things we want you to do, okay? I just want to sample you. I want you to get a feel of the trainings we do and how we do them. Just let me show you a training we did at the Metropolitan and how we did it. Just briefly as I conclude. This is the last one. Meanwhile, as you serve tea, then you will just watch briefly. So we did idea generation workshop at the Metropolitan. So this is what you will expect. We are here at the Metropolitan International University Mbarara campus, mainly for our 3 days workshop on business ideas generation. We are doing this workshop. Can you hear? It's not loud enough, but you can pick something. Which was formed by the students as a platform that brings them together to innovate. So these are some of the students who have so far engaged from Metropolitan International University, Mbarara campus. David is one of those who has been training them. So we help them come up with so many ideas. Right now as we talk, they are developing them. So you can see such kind of engagement. So expect this. It takes like 2 minutes or 3 and we are done. So this is David who is here. So you know him, right? Formed by the students as a platform that brings them together to innovate. So we are holding a 3 days workshop with the students who are in that club, mainly to help them look at community challenges and transform these community challenges into ideas. And these ideas we later develop into businesses. For example, today we have started with community challenges identification. And as we talk now, these students already have the challenges and they are now doing using problem tree analysis, breaking these challenges in order to identify the real challenges that can actually be addressed or those challenges that can actually form ideas.
We're concentrating on 3 problem areas, that is environment, agriculture, and health. We took the young entrepreneurs through the process of analyzing or discovering the problems related to those 3 areas, and at the end of it, they were able to generate a list of about 20 issues, and from the 20 issues, they narrowed down on about 5 of them that they were going to look at. and today we have started with the session of mindset change, whereby we have been able to train students on how to be able to change on their mindset, thinking the way they have been doing things, let them think differently, how they take actions, how they do things should change. Then from there, we have also tackled the problem tree analysis. How can they be able to identify business ideas as entrepreneurs? And most of them didn't know how to identify business ideas. They started with bigger problems. We had so many problems which were highlighted from different sectors: agriculture, health, and environment. From there, we condensed them into 10 master lists of problems. And from the 10, we are able to analyze some of the problems into the root causes and the effects. And from the root causes, we have been able to identify the business ideas, and it was properly done by the students, and we are grateful for the management of this institution which allowed us to come here and train under a YIT for this project for skilling the youth. Thank you.
My name is Mbarara Lucas, the Associate Dean Science and Technology, Metropolitan International University, Mbarara campus. We are really glad that these people considered us to be part of the project. It was a good start. Actually, today was day one. It was a very good start. We have gone through a lot, including idea identification.
Really be ready for this, and at the end of the day, for us, what we want is basically, if we bring back uh, uh, our chief guest, he should be able to see you with such kind of products. At the end of the day, if he comes back here, then maybe the next time he comes back here, it's going to be like an exhibition showing exactly what you're able to do or what you're trying to do, at least. So because of time, I beg to end here. My role was to help you understand exactly what we are trying to do, why this club is here, and as we launch it, then we know exactly what we should expect, because it is going to be a little bit tough, because being an entrepreneur is not a joke. While other clubs, it can be easy, you can know, but this one should be, you need to be role models in the university through this club, okay? So it's not going to be easy. Be in it while knowing the expectations are a bit high, okay? Yeah, so thank you so much. I beg to hand over the mic to the MC, who should be able to take us through the next stages of this program. Thank you.
Thank you, our partners, for that great elaboration. I think now we have a hint. We aren't still in dim light. At least some gleaming rays now are coming to your way. When he was trying to elaborate more about the package that he had for us, I think one of the writers in the names of Napoleon Hill, he was a great writer and poet in the US, and wrote the book entitled Think Big and Grow Rich. So I don't think that this man mistakenly wrote that book, but I refer you to it. If you can read it, it might also motivate you in one way or the other. Napoleon Hill, the book entitled Think Big and Grow Rich. So you see, with all the elaborations that Mr. Ronald is giving us, it involves you thinking big. You start from neutral to attain more. Next on our agenda, I had earlier told you that we had a speech from the guild president. and we have happened to receive him. Sir, with your minister, we recognize you. Thank you for coming. And without any inconvenience, you will allow me now extend the mic to you. Share with us words of wisdom, as we do most of us expect from politicians. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. The MC of today, I don't know if you're the speaker of this club, but if you're not, thank you very much for the chance also. I'm Ankunda Best Arnold, a student at Bishop Stuart University, pursuing bachelor's in agriculture and community development under the Faculty of Agriculture, Environmental Science and Technology. Allow me and permit me to endorse the protocol as per the past speakers, because I came late and I might make mistakes. Therefore, I don't know how the protocol is, but permit me to endorse it as it is. It is today that we have been invited in the new club, BSU Innovations Club, and surely, since I'm an administrator by election, I really want to take this opportunity to welcome you into Bishop Stuart University. You're welcome, feel at home, and just because of this, surely I'm too much humbled and indebted to receive you. Today, as you know that we are celebrating the Liberation Day, and as he was submitting, I heard him say that 87% of the youth can't find jobs. Graduates can't find jobs. And liberation itself means the action of setting someone free from imprisonment, slavery, or oppression. So you see, if graduates 87%, they still lack jobs, that means we are still oppressed. We are still imprisoned. We are still hustling and in slavery. Therefore, thank you very much for taking that initiative of celebrating Liberation Day while bringing this club into existence. This is the best way of celebrating Liberation Day, rather than going and spending in such functions, big functions, spending when you don't have. Therefore, you deserve a round of applause, for you have chosen to be here and celebrate Liberation Day while making this club into existence, that is going to give us the best of it and to help us in the future. A university, it is a place whereby students come to be trained and go to face the world. Therefore, bringing this club into existence, you see, we are trying to bring Bishop Stuart University on a map. We are trying to make ourselves be trained on things that are going to help us after education and face the world. Thank you very much. During elections, I used to tell students that I have 4 sectors, and one of it was student empowerment. And this club, it is one of those things that I was meaning, student empowerment, because this is a mentorship and capacity building program. Therefore, be with it, maintain it, and surely you're going to achieve through this. We have seen this in UCU, we have seen this in different universities. that we are trying to benchmark from. Therefore, since we have gotten a chance, it is here now. We need to thank God, as our motto states that our God reigns. Indeed, he has reigned today. He deserves a round of applause also. As we are launching this club today, I have the president of Inter-Associations Clubs, or IAC in short. He's here, he's the Minister for Agriculture and Production. Agriculture has an incubation hub, and now we are having this. So you see, Bishop Stuart University is growing. And this is what makes a university a university. Therefore, you're in a university, and I'm proud of being a president of a university, not an institute, not a high school. Therefore, you can stand up for recognition. In case of any challenge in your club, you can tap on him. He can help you out in registering and making constitutions and so on. You can see it. Therefore, he has told me that these are some of the things that a club needs to exist permanently in Bishop Stuart University. Members, and of course I see we have the biggest number according to other associations that I know in Bishop Stuart University. Tools of power, that is the constitution, the stamp, leadership committee, which we already have, because I had the president, I had the speaker who called me. Then subscription fee, I don't know how much. Certificate of recognition, how much is it? How much is it, subscription? Yeah, 15K. It is a small amount compared to the numbers and members of this club. Therefore, that is what makes a club to exist permanently in Bishop Stuart University, which I think that we cannot fail, because what we are going to get from this is more than what is needed. I wish us the very best. Thank you very much. I pray that you remain with this innovative mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, our guild president, and I wish also at one time become one. So if at all you see me as aspiring, don't think that I have come by mistake. These are the sectors that I perform better, and I really love them. So we do appreciate you very much. And for this table, as he said that amongst his manifestos, was it empowering youth? Student empowerment. Student empowerment. This occasion happened to come within a shortest period of time. No wonder they have read you all the requirements needed for you to launch the club. But for us, we have launched the club without the constitution. We have launched the club without a stamp. Actually, no tool of power. But we are here launching our club. So they played a big role. They played a big role. So let's now wind up as thank you, sir. One of the mentors can take.
Good afternoon. By the names, I'm Kawanza David. If you have been keen to look in the oracles of this university, you shouldn't miss my name. I was a head of Department of Science. I was a dean of the Faculty of Education, And actually, I introduced what you hear about appropriate technology, that BSTE. The science block, those who are in education, that interlocking block, the ISSB block, is my brain. Yeah, I was here from 2008 up to 2016. From 2008, I became a lecturer. The same year, I became a head of department. And 3 years later, I was renewed. The next time it expired, I didn't have another position to go up to because the vice chancellor position was already occupied. I decided to leave. And when I left, I got another opportunity. I became actually a deputy vice chancellor of Great Lakes Regional University. It is in Kanungu. And surprisingly, I also didn't do interview for that job. I was sourced, I was identified and invited. It's only me who reached and actually asked to be interviewed. But there was nobody to compete with me, so I passed unopposed. So when I left, employment later, because I'm sad to tell you, or I'm glad to tell you, whichever side you want to take it, that I'm not still there. I have left. I'm no longer the deputy vice chancellor. Now I'm a CEO. I'm a director in my own company. So it might look strange when you hear someone that got such opportunities, and now people want to say, in quotes, he's unemployed. Isn't that what they say? When you don't have a formal job, they say you are not employed. But I want us to change that term and start to say, I'm not employed, but I'm unemployable. Are you getting the point? And when I say I'm unemployable, it is not from the perspective of that I'm too bad to be employed. It is from the perspective that I am too good to be contained. Are you getting the point? You become too big to be contained somewhere. That is what they call entrepreneurship. Are you getting the point? So I'm glad to be part of it. I have been with them for some time, and I do a lot of work to do with the business support, business development, and business training. Now, if you might want to know, how did I go to business? I didn't do business administration, but I'm a business coach. So how did I get there? How did I get there? I'm actually an IRO. If you go to the website of IRO and you go into start and improve your business, one of the trainers, you will find my name on their portal. And in Uganda here, we are in the pioneers of those who are promoting or who are pioneers of the business development standards. We have now standards of people who are training others. They have to meet some basic standards. I am one of those people who are pioneering that. So how did I get there? There are two things I want to raise here and maybe inspire you. When I got the first employment, I was a teacher at Chibubura. I worked there for 3 years, and by then the government was not recruiting teachers. So I was a private teacher for 3 years. I felt that is unfair. Why should I work and I am not paid the value that I am? I decided to go back to school. I people come out in the technical aspect. They are teachers, but they are also technicians. And in that process, I also introduced the concept of constructing with the ecological problem. And when my time here was done, I thought, now that I have done this, and my term of office as a dean has ended, now what am I going to do? Go back? I thought, why can't I try this entrepreneurship and take it to my own organization? I get it. So I had already started this furniture in 2010. I established an office in 2010. I have an office, I have a house, I put furniture and put everything. And I didn't open that office until 2017. Because I thought I was running after other things. But in 2017, I got an opportunity to write one of the projects. I wanted to skill young people. And when I wrote the concept, they kept quiet. They only called me back on the day when they were coming for, they call it what? Due diligence. The person had reached Shell Ankora and he said, you are Kawanza? I said, yes. Tell me where your organization is. I said, Kakova. He said, I'm at Shell Ankore. I'm taking a border. I'm coming there. And when he reached, indeed, he found the office, which was open. And by that, I got a grant of 70 million for me to eat. Are you getting me? I used, I think, like a maximum of 10 million to implement that project. So 60 of it remained in my pocket. It taught me one thing. Opportunity finds a prepared person. Opportunity finds a prepared person. So if I had waited to open an office when I get an opportunity, would I ever get it? When I had just finished implementing that project, there was another business deal that came. I got an opportunity to transport refugees. I did business of transporting refugees. I did it for another 2 years and per month. And I thought, it seems I had always got it wrong. There are opportunities out there. Are you getting me? So I want to just end it by saying this. If you are here and you think you want to be a big person, you think you want to achieve your dreams, you think you want to look after your family very well, I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, where am I going to get the money to look after my children? Are you getting me? Where am I going to get the money to look after my children? How comfortable is that journey for me? Let me give an example. You are a lady, and they give you a job as a security guard. How would you take care of your family? So even if they gave you 100 million, how would you take care of your family? Is that possible? So how secure is that source of my revenue? And the last, and which is the core of this meeting, is what is my role in ensuring I get that job or I get that opportunity that will give me the comfort and will give me the revenue that I want to get? What is my role in that? Are you getting those 3 questions? Yeah. So basically, what a YIT is trying to do here is trigger you into that other 3rd question. where you want to start thinking. Right now, as a student, for me, I'm getting close to 50. We are old people. Yeah. So we are old. If we count how many years I'm still going to work, maybe another 20 years, if I am able to, like Museveni. But if I'm not going to be as lucky as Museveni, then maybe the next 10 years or 12, I will be off the working environment. Now, if I am struggling now to establish and make the wealth that I want to do, how much more would I be now if I had struggled with entrepreneurship just in 1998 when I left school? Supposing my company was established in 1998 instead of 2026, in mean of 2016. How many years are those? That's a gap of almost 18 years. So if I thought of starting entrepreneurial journey 18 years after finishing school, and that is when I'm beginning to think I made a loss, what difference would it have been if I had started my entrepreneurial journey 18 years ago? Are you getting me? I want to give you this. They usually say, practice makes perfect. But I want you to add that other component for fools. Practice makes perfect for fools. Why? Why should you want to practice when someone can practice for you and you pick the lessons? I spent 18 years to learn, practicing what to do. Now I have told you. You also want to first practice and then learn. That is actually being a fool. If you repeat something, they used to tell us repetition actually makes perfection. For? Because why would you want to practice? If someone has told you this thing fails, or this thing can fail, then why are you going to go to that which fails? Are you getting the point? If I'm telling you that it's business, I mean, there is better life in entrepreneurship. I missed my 18 years to learn that. And also you want to take your 18 years and then tell your children that if I had known, didn't you know? Haven't you known today? Let me give you a simple illustration. You want to be, what is your dream job? Yes. A researcher. And where are you going to work? What is your dream job? A lecturer. Like where? Which university? Like Bishop Stuart University. So how much is a salary of a teaching assistant here? You've asked about it? I don't know. I don't want to say the salary of teaching assistants here, but I want to say the salary of teaching assistants in Uganda, in private institutions. One of the institutions in Uganda, they pay them 300,000. Another one, they pay them over 700,000. I don't know what they pay here. Okay, let me assume they pay you 700,000 a month at your beginning. Okay? Where would you want to marry? Do you already have a girlfriend? So where do you want to marry? In Ankore, in Uganda, in Ankore. Now I want to tell you in Ankore, you ask them, those girls, like this one next to you, how much do they charge as dowry at their home? About, yes, minimum 5 cows. So how many How many months do you need to make 8 cows? A cow is 3 million, by the way. So 10, you need 20 million to pay dowry. So if you are earning 700,000 a month, subtract food 200,000, so you remain with 500,000. Subtract rent, that is 150, so you have remained with 350. And subtract your outings for this girlfriend, that is maybe 100,000. You have remained with 50. So if you are saving 50 a month, how many months do you need to marry? Okay. I want to encourage you to try, but then you will tell your children that I learned it, I got the information, I ignored it, I tried it, and I failed, so don't try. Are you getting me? So in summary of it all, Ronald told you, those jobs that you dream of may not come. He's told you want to be a researcher, he doesn't know where to. So it might actually remain, I don't know, until you die. The question I'm putting, what role are you going to play in making your dream come to pass? And I see that is going to only be entrepreneurship. Maybe this gentleman at this point will come in. I want to end it here and invite him to tell you. I'm sure he's not a P7 dropout. I'm sure. Are you getting me? And I am also sure the course he did is not an ordinary course. But he's not employed by anyone. Why?
Okay. Thank you, David. Team leader, empowering youth in technology, who is the director at IT Media, Mr. Ronald. David, the unemployable, the guild president, and with your Minister of Agriculture, BSU Innovations Club members. Good evening. Yes, I'm called Gad Athaire, and I am glad this evening to be the chief guest for this function of launching the BSU Innovations Club. I want to start by, I'm called Gad Athaire. I want to start by profiling myself because it is important and is relevant, very relevant with what we are discussing, the issue of innovation. And you don't innovate for fun, you innovate for business. You are talking about business indeed. Yeah? So to profile myself a little bit, I'm a director, one of the directors, we are two, of Stuart Investments Limited, producers of Red Star wines and other products. But of course, Red Star is the major one. Stuart Investments Limited is a 12-year-old company that started from scratch. In fact, we started from a garage. We started in a simple way, the simplest way, the most humble way. Because I cannot tell you that we even had 200,000 that was saved to start business. Yeah, we could have started our business with 100,000. Because I remember we pulled 50-50 because we were just two of us. And we started with that. So the reality, you need an idea. And a good idea. And you have to be committed. Yeah? What AIT is doing, empowering youth in technology, is giving you a platform. Yeah? Which platform I didn't go through. So you stand a better chance to succeed because I didn't what? Have a platform like that one. Yeah? So now what you are going to do
you are going to make use of that platform, follow the guidelines. Yeah, that is academic somehow, but sometimes you don't need to go into too much academic for you to start a business. Are we together? We have seen people start businesses here, but why it is different from what we are looking at is that most of the successful business people in Uganda have done buy and sell. Most of them in the past, that was the trend. People would go to China, go where, buy, come here, sell, and make money, and they have built arcades. Yeah? But that's not what we are looking at, because that trend has ended. The trend that is coming, that is popular, that is taking us maybe in the next 100 years or more, I don't know when it will end and another one comes in, is the trend of innovation and production. Manufacturing. Are we together? Yeah, but now, manufacturing is one, but there is another one where you can provide the service. So innovation is broad. It comes in very different forms. Yeah? David was asking me whether I am ordinary, but I would say I am ordinary, much as I went to school like you. I studied food science, first degree, and that was enough for me. So I went to look for jobs. I worked at Coca-Cola and other beverage companies, and I was earning peanuts, little money. It's not different from what David is telling you. Today, as we speak, to get a job that earns you 1 million is next to a miracle. I want to tell you. Because why? You are very many. Now, if you come to my office, you will find a heap of what? Of applications. So now, which principle do I use? Yeah? The demand and supply. You get the point? You are too many for too little. So maybe there's one position and you are 100 or 500. So what do? I have now, as a businessman, I have to underpay you, because you are many. If you don't take it, another one will take it. And me, in my business, I want to maximize profit. I don't do charity. But there are some people who are doing charity who are supporting it. So there are opportunities elsewhere. But at my place, that is the principle. Are we together? Okay, all right. So that is part of the profiling. The topic for today, the core subject for today is innovation and creativity and technology. Yeah? And now who can innovate? Anyone. Who is an innovator? Anyone can innovate. That is the bit about it. Are we together? I'll ask you a simple scenario, a simple question. If you have a cup of hot water and you have a bottle of Renzol water in the fridge, and this cup of water is what? Is too hot for you to, because you know the temperature that can put in your mouth. Yeah? Now some people, they will struggle with cooling this water. The tea, But how can you innovate around that? Put up your hand.
It's just a matter of getting the cold water from the fridge, you mix with the hot water, balance
the temperature, and you take your tea. So everyone is what? Is an innovator. You've been innovating, you're already innovating, but there's something lacking, which we are going to discuss. Some of you, your parents are very strict. They don't want you to move at night. By 7, you're supposed to be in the house, but you want to go out. Some of you have innovated how to go, and you have gone. So you see? So a human being is sophisticated and has a potential to innovate anytime. So when do you innovate? When you are faced with a challenge. You get it, eh? You want something, you can't get it. You want to reach in town, maybe in 5 minutes, someone is waiting for you. Or like he said, someone is at the Shell Ankole and is coming to his office, and maybe the office is not there. So what do? There's a way you think through. So that is the process of innovation. When there's a challenge, you innovate. And all of us have innovated. But what makes a difference is there are simple innovations that are for self-benefit. They want to benefit you as a person, as an individual. Okay? Then there are complex innovations that are meant for public consumption. And when it gets to that level, then you do what? You commercialize it and sell it, because it is for the public and they can use it. Are we together? So that is what we should target. We were just two. But as we speak now, we pay taxes worth to 20 million per month. Okay? Just taxes. We support very many people who supply raw materials. Yeah? Many, of course, there are many. Packaging materials, very many things. Then, of course, the people we employ also have dependents, or they employ other people, or they support other people in their families and extended families. Then, of course, we have people who are dealing on our product. Yeah? The sales and supply chain, that side. Still, there are very many. Then we have you who do what? Who consume our product. We give you a service, a product. We satisfy your need. There's when you want a bottle of wine. Okay? And when you get it, then we have satisfied your need, which is also very important. Okay? So if you look at that cottage that employs so many people, yeah? So now if what brings national development or community development is having many of such, and that is what AIT is trying to do. So AIT is trying to shorten the process of turning graduates into business people, entrepreneurs. So I think it is time we clap for AIT, represented by Ronald. So when it comes to innovation, what you have to believe is that there is always a solution. There's always what? A solution is always there if you look for it. And definitely if you do, then you will get it. We said an innovation may be simple, may be complex. When it is complex, then it can be turned into a business. So when you come here, next time, when the club is launched and Ronald is here with his team, they will take you through that. How you can move from an idea to when you can have a product which you can sell. Okay? And it is very relevant. His service is very relevant today because there's no employment. Most of you are going out. Others have been going out. They are not doing much because they are waiting for jobs, which jobs are not there. Yeah. So now he's trying to prepare you to change that narrative, to change the mindset that you have. That I will go to school, come out, get a job, get paid a salary, and maybe become rich. That one is very hard. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult. You may not get rich today with the salary alone. So now, how do we innovate? I will take you through the procedure of innovation. One, every time you think of an idea, you write it. I'm not saying you write that, but I'm trying to say whenever you think of an idea, write something. You have started what? The process of innovation. I'm going to take you through 4 Ds. D number 1, discover an opportunity where you live, in a community, or in a country, or in your continent, whichever it is, or in your house. An opportunity is always a problem, by the way. Around an opportunity, there is a problem. So identify a problem anyway, in simple terms. So we call it discover an opportunity or discover a problem. That's D number 1. Design a solution. Because every problem must have a solution. As I said, there's always what? A solution for every problem. Otherwise, we would be still living like early men if people had not come up with solutions to certain problems. So D number 2, we are saying design a solution for the problem that you discovered. Now when you have the solution and you have designed it, try to develop it. I'll give you a scenario, one scenario, or one innovation, which most of you have been doing. When you want to bathe somehow warm water, and you don't have, there's sunshine like now, you can have a basin of water there and it will warm up. Are we together? So that is an innovation in its own. But is it developed? It is not developed. So someone came up with a developed solution of a solar panel and changed the sunshine power into current. So we got electricity which we are using every day and we are paying for it. Can you imagine how rich he is now? Yeah, but many people were innovating to that level of warming water from a basin or what, and it ended there. But for him, he went an extra mile. So you what? D number 3, you develop your solution. To a level that is marketable. Okay? So now you are going for a public intended innovation. So at that level, D number 4, you can distribute the solution, which is marketing. You can now market your solution. Commercialize your solution, you market it, and start earning money. At that level, it may not be just a product. It may be a product, it may be a service. Like he's doing. Are you selling a product? Service. He's selling a service. Yeah? And if he's to narrate to us how he started, it started in a simple way. Because I've seen him develop this thing. He didn't have these cameras, he didn't have most of these things. But he has consistently built his service to a level that is now, it qualifies to offer a club in a university. It's amazing. But it takes commitment and hard work. If you are to innovate, then you have to make sure that you are ready to work hard. Am I right? Yeah? Because we are living in a world of competition. We are competing for the same resources. So it is now survival of the fittest. Those who outsmart others will be rich in the world of innovation. The other day I heard the president complaining that developed countries are oppressing Africans with technology. Why not? We are living in a competitive world. And you compete using what you're best at. Like now, for example, Uganda, we are good at agriculture. Our country is endowed very well with natural resources, so we have good climate, we have everything, so we can compete. In fact, if you are to innovate, you look at that, because that's where there's a soft landing. Most of you are doing, is it what? Agribusiness or what? You called it what, Mr. President? Okay, it is part of it. So I don't know, as Bishop Stuart, how far you've gone in the area of, because I heard you were talking about technology. There's some technology aspect that is involved. Incubation hub. You know, Uganda is good at programs and language, but when it comes to products, if you were to look at how many products his technology has produced, you may not get any in a supermarket. Do you sell product in a supermarket in town? Which one is that? Yogurt. Okay, yogurt. Yeah. I don't know how to what level is it? To which level is it? Is it a small scale? Is it a medium scale? Pay taxes? Okay, fine. All right. So when you talk of technology, like our university on the other side, Mbarara University of Science and Technology, you would expect to find maybe that at least they make their own toilet papers, their paper, you know, they make books, they make what, you know, many things. But if you went there, you might find that they are buying books, such, this kind, they are buying this kind of books, they are buying paper, you know, reams of paper. I mean, a University of Science and Technology, and you're buying ream papers, or ream paper, whatever it is called, from a company, you know, owned by someone who never went to school. But this person is going maybe to Kenya or is sourcing paper from China and has a cutting machine and is packaging, wrapping paper, and you're buying a ream at 16,000, I don't know what. And you are a University of Science and Technology. Are we not being fooled, like he said? Honestly. So we need to rethink. We need to. I think they don't deserve that name. A University of Science and Technology. I don't think. So a business, when you start a business, we have looked through the steps of innovating. We said you discover an opportunity, design a solution, develop your solution, then you distribute it and you get your money. I'll give you an example of TikTok. The other day, Mr. David, they were saying Uganda is the border economy. But now we are graduating from a border economy to now a TikTok what? Economy. And it's very dangerous. Look at this scenario. TikTok, I hear, is owned by Chinese. These smartphones are from China, most of them. Data, I don't know who owns data. The lucrative businesses in Uganda or Africa are owned by foreigners. So your parent is digging, is doing what, is giving you money, you're buying data, you are checking on TikTok. Your parents' money is passing through you and is going where? To China. So you were using your parent to work for Chinese. Okay, you hear? You are funding Chinese. Now, see the danger here. If I buy a smartphone from China, and if I'm to benefit or to make good sense of it, then I should use it to make an income. So which income are you making with a smartphone and paying data to watch TikTok? Some people in Kampala think they are doing wonders out of it and they are developing. But look at this. He buys a phone, he opens a TikTok account, they generate content, that's what they say. Now this content is, if this content was being consumed by a Chinese, then it would be making sense. But who is consuming your content? Your what? Your friends. Now you are making your friends work for the Chinese. Who is providing maybe data or phone or what? So all of you, you're working for Chinese, but through TikTok. Much labor. So you work hard, you do everything, but all the money you're making is going to the Chinese account. So you have to understand, people are talking of national development, millennium goals, vision 2040, but all of this is nonsense. I want to tell you. Until you sit down and innovate, you start making your toothpicks, you start making your paper, like I'm saying, you start making your own shoes, your own clothing, you will not make a difference. Are we together? So, the president, you still have to do a lot. It should not end at the technology and the good English and these good speeches you people said here. Let us go down and work, produce products, consume them ourselves, and at least we reduce on the what? On how much we are getting from outside. Then that way, we shall start the journey of development. But otherwise today, Uganda is underdeveloped by national ratings, international rating. Uganda is underdeveloped. And if you married your girlfriend, she got pregnant, and you went for antenatal and told you the child you were bearing is underdeveloped, how do you feel? How do you feel proud to becoming a father anytime? Or do you see how bad it is? Uganda is underdeveloped. It's not even developing. So there are underdeveloped countries. There are countries which are developing. There are developed countries. Are they the only three categories, or we have even superpowers? So for us, if you are building a house and it is still in the foundation, do you say I own a house? Do you say you can say I'm building a house, yes. But actually, it is not what? It is not visible. So it is still below the ground. So you are not doing much. So okay, of course, I've been a fan of our president. I used to be. But now, if someone can say, or is proud that he's been a president of Uganda for close to 40 years, and Uganda is still underdeveloped, like we say, if a child is in the womb and is underdeveloped, it is suffering a risk of being what? Of being aborted, or maybe by self or medically. Because if a child, some people have gotten pregnant and the pregnancy is not coming out, there's no biology, by the baby is where? So at the end of the day, you are advised to abort that. So that is where we are as a country. Do we realize the gravity of our problem? So now we need to what? To innovate. Now when you innovate and start a business, opportunities start coming by themselves, even without your effort. So that's why you should try hard and start. Like he said, he used his own resources and put in place an office. Okay, he had submitted a proposal. You know? That is another level of business, which is not in my perspective. But it still works. Yeah? But I'm trying to tell you, when it comes to manufacturing, which I'm used to, when you start your cottage, you don't know where your customers will come from. You will sell one product, one pack of product, then other people will come. If it is good, circumstances will happen around your business and yourself, and you will see success coming. I'll give you a scenario of a chapati store, and then I'll give you a scenario of the Guinness. Some of you take Guinness. So if you start a chapati store, by standard, there's a good chapati like we took today. But now, if you're careless and your fire is much, you may end up with chapati a silly day. Someone will come and say, I've seen it on TikTok, but it was comedy, but I learned something from it. Someone will say, because they don't have money, they will say, a silly day maker. Because they know definitely they will be rejected. A silly day maker. Ideally, it's supposed to be lower in price than the standard chapati. Maybe you are planning to eat it yourself or to throw it away, but someone really needs it because they don't have the money to buy a good chapati. Is it an opportunity that is coming which you are not planning for? So it adds revenue to your business. Now, they say business is about continuous improvement and also turnover. If your turnover is high, your business is good. If your quality is good, continuous improvement in quality, then it is good. But now look at this. Maybe someone enjoys a silly day. So if they come many looking for that, now you use their principle of demand and supply. Very many people coming for a silly day. So can't you see this intentionally? Then I proceed. So you price it like others or even more. You never know. That scenario happened with Guinness. Guinness, is it a beer? Is it a lager or what? Beer. So those days, they had their standard quality of the Guinness. But now, somehow, because of mistakes here and there, they produced Guinness which was not good according to their standard. Smooth. But when they supplied it to the market, people preferred it more than what they were producing. So they changed their standard to the other one, which was what? Which they thought was bad. So you see how opportunities come when you are in business. So when you are in business, every opportunity is possible. That, like I said, circumstances will happen around your business, which you even never planned before, and you will find yourself going forward. So why not start? In bad or good, let us start businesses. Let us innovate. Don't underlook an idea. We said when you think of an idea, just write. TikTok wouldn't be bad. In fact, it's very good. It depends on how you are using it and consuming it. Most of the technologies today are on TikTok. How to make this, how to do this, many things, how to produce this. From medical, to agriculture, to many things. So it depends on what you use it for. But if you're using it to watch comedy, then you are making your country poor. Are we together? We have a problem of education curriculum. Mr. David told me, he told us that he developed the science program. Are we right? But now, I don't know what aspects of innovation and creativity that we are supposed to incorporate. Because at the university, I used not to see demos, small, because every business starts from a small thing. I will take you through the steps of product development. We could write that as we refer to David's science programs. When you want to do a manufacturing enterprise, you start with product development. Mr. Ronald talked about product development somehow. You start with an idea, then you mentor people to start, product. So you can develop a product from a table like this one, or from your kitchen. Yeah, because that is kind of a research aspect. When you are developing a product, it's kind of some research. You can develop a product that is unique, that has a USP. That's what they call it, unique selling point. It may be wine, like we do wines. You can also, it doesn't matter. You can start making wines also, but you have to, if you're bright enough, then you have to add in something, a unique aspect, so that it's not like mine, because me, I'm already established. So if you made it as same as mine, exactly the same as mine, then I'm likely to kick you out. But you can change a small thing. For example, maybe the color. If I'm selling red star, maybe it is in red in a glass. Maybe you could come up with a green wine. You never know, someone may like it. Or another color. So you change a little bit. So in the process of innovation, it's good to copy and paste. But not, you don't paste 100%, but you can paste somehow. You change a little bit and you continue. Even these developed countries, they also spy on each other, on one another, and they get technology and they switch, they twist a little bit and they continue. So product development is number one. So when you have come up with a product, maybe you have twisted a little bit, or you have made a unique product altogether. You look at systems development. You develop a system to make that product that you made from your kitchen or your table. Okay? We are running practical entrepreneurship. Okay? So from systems development, a system is like, for example, if you want to start making chapati, you have to have a fireplace, you have a pan, you have what? You have a container where you mix your dough from, many things. So that is the system, in a simple way. But all of these are subject to continuous improvement, as we say. So from that, you go to people development. If it is to become commercial, you cannot do it yourself with your girlfriend, two of you, or your wife, and children. No. There's a stage it gets to, and you need people. And you have to train them to make the same product that you intend to take to the market for consistency and what? And what do they call it? Yeah. Is it called which one? Reproducing the same thing, which is the same all the time, which people will appreciate. Consistency, yeah? So you have to develop people. You train them, you tell them how you do your thing. You may keep confidential of certain things, but you have to have people to help you. Then from that, you go to market development. Step number 4. That is very critical and is the most sophisticated. It requires a lot of money and vigilance. So, Mr. David, from your science programs, do we have a system here that is a demo for like maybe 10 different products, which an agriculture class can look at and maybe get inspired, and also look at how they can figure out to do some things. That is the aspect that is lacking in most universities. Yeah? If you went to the other one, the University of Science and Technology, you may find these things. You may not find these things. You may not find. So this is what we are lacking as what? As a country. So maybe the likes of Ronald are going to do these things. Maybe you go to those friends of ours and set something for them. Then maybe they can wake up. And also, we can work together, maybe do something.
Somehow I'm part of them.
Hey, you are part of them. I don't know how lucky you were to come out and break the bond. So we have talked about 4 things. product development, systems development, people development, market development. Then number 5, maybe you could look at brand and image development. That one you invest money not looking at sales, but looking at what? At superiority. Your product, you want your product to be superior. When someone thinks of a soda, they think of Pepsi or Coca-Cola or what. So you invest money there, maybe through charity and other things, for visibility. So those are the 5 steps. Now, when you develop your product and you want to take it to the market, there is this aspect of selling price. It is very, very important. You don't just innovate for the sake of innovating. Because when you are innovating, think about the aspect of selling. Because it is selling that will give you money. So let's discuss that. Selling price is equal to cost of production. You write somewhere. Selling price is equal to cost of production plus cost of distribution plus taxes plus profit, assuming there are no other added costs. But those are the major ones anyway. So look at this. When you are developing your product, consider the aspect of cost of raw materials and their availability. The lawyer is busy on WhatsApp, but now you are not being left behind. You can also start a what? A service-based innovation or enterprise. Am I right, Mr. David? Or you can partner. You can partner with other stakeholders and you contribute the legal aspect. Yeah? Because even with TikTok, I see they have their legal, they have terms and conditions.
We need innovation lawyers or patent lawyers or something, because now I think it's
patents.
Yes,
patents is very, very important. So you could sell that service to people who want to innovate. You can work alongside him so that whoever comes with a very brilliant idea, before it is copied and pasted, or in quotes, before it is stolen, then you protect it.
It's a big area nowadays because people are innovating.
Who needs who? She needs you or you need her?
Actually, maybe we all need each other, because as the innovators, we need to protect our work.
Yes.
But also, she needs to work because she's protecting our work. Yes.
So you come up with those, you read about patency, different, it has different types, different forms of patency, and how you can protect these younger innovators so that the club is complete. Because if you are innovating and other people are copying and pasting, and you're losing money, and by the way, when you are innovating, there is some aspect of confidentiality that you have to keep. Otherwise, your idea will be what? And by the way, still again, you have to do it fast. F-A-S-T. Do it very fast. Because if you have read about it, you have written something down, and you are busy going around telling people, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, it is going to be this, and it is not even coming, the next day you will see it where? On the market. So if you didn't patent your idea, I think an idea can also be patented, I don't know.
Yes, even the idea itself.
Yeah, so that's when we need these people. Okay? That's why we are saying we are different from people who have not gone to school when it comes to these things. We are more competitive. Yeah? We are, it's not automatic that we are going to beat them, but we are expected to do better than them. Okay, all right. So that is it. So primarily, you have to be confidential and strict with your information. So we are saying cost of raw materials. I will discuss much in connection with the product development, not service so much, because this is my area. But the aspect of availability of raw materials is very important. If it is not cheap, if the raw materials are not cheap, then your product is going to be expensive. And now at the end of the day, you are going to fail in the market. You'll find products which are similar, like yours, but which are using cheap raw materials, and for your raw materials are expensive and maybe not available readily, so you will be kicked out. When the market is big and you cannot get the raw materials, what happens? You get problems. So cost of raw materials is very important. Their availability as well. Yeah. Then also community traditions. Yeah. If you set up a pork joint in a Muslim community, then you not get money. Then again, we wanted to, then the issue of course, affordability comes from cost of selling and cost of production. Yes. Purchasing power of the people, the purchasing power of the community. You may do something in Ankole, it works, you take it to the north, it doesn't work, because people have different purchasing potentials. That is also very important. Then the issue of turnover. Me, I do wines. A wine goes for 15,000 or 20 or maybe 25. So now that's what I want to show you, the aspect of turnover, how it can affect your business. So that when you are choosing a business, you look at all you weigh all the sides. How many of us have procured a bottle of wine in the last 1 week? How many? I know you are planning to buy it in Feb. So maybe none of you, or I don't know. How many have bought a bottle of Renzoli water? Mineral water, okay. To generalize. Mineral water. Mineral water? You don't take water? One person. Mineral water in 1 week. One person has bought mineral water. What is the magic, Mr. President? What is the magic? You provide boiled water. So the scenario I was trying to bring out is that most people will afford water or will need water more than wine. So the aspect of turnover now comes in. So if you innovate a product that is going to have big turnover. Business comes from turnover. Profitability comes from turnover. Even if you're getting profit of 10,000 from a product, but which not many people are buying, you'd rather go for one which is preferred by many and you are getting little profit. At the end of the day, your business will be more lucrative than the other one. So the fact that I went for wine is somehow a disadvantage to me. Yeah? So that one is also very, very important. Then now after the 4 Ds that we've talked about, the product development, system development, market development, you need to do compliance to regulatory bodies. Because if you innovate and you stop there, it doesn't help you. At the end of the day, you need to comply. To URSB, you register your product, you patent it, still through URSB. This lady will research about it and will tell you the details. Then you work with UNBS, you get certification. You have to comply to URA at a certain level, where you will pay VAT, PAYE, lead, then income tax and other taxes. You need to conform to NEMA standards, especially with your facility where you set up your business. The people you use, the people you employ, maybe we need to submit, to subscribe to NSSF. That one is also important. And other policies and other, regulatory bodies will come in looking for you when you are visible. That's why I was asking the president where they are paying taxes. I don't know whether they are at that level, but if they are, then that is a good thing. Okay? So you have a van going out to supply yogurt every day? Because this business has to be daily. If it is to be good business. It should be a unit established. Yeah? Because if you are a lecturer and you're teaching me business, and you don't have a business yourself. And now I get confused. You are 50 years old like me. You have never set up a business. You are a graduate of business. What does it inspire? Positively or negatively? So I want to go to a university. If I was to go to university, to go back to university, where I will find lecturers with business. So if he's demonstrating from there, we shall use his business to do a balance sheet, to do profit and loss, or a business, or a university itself could say we have this business. Or maybe we have a supermarket in town, big. It should be even the biggest, because these people have not gone to school, but they have a very big supermarket. So a university is supposed to have a demo. Those are demos. Even if it was not for making money per se, but it should inspire students into going for business. If you are a lecturer of music and you don't have even a single hit, and you are telling me you will teach me how to sing, and I become a superstar, really does it make sense? That is why Mr. Ronald is doing a good thing. He's linking you to people who have testimonies. They have done it, maybe they have succeeded, and now we can inspire you. Are we together? So that is what our universities are lacking. They should partner with, if all fails, if they cannot set up these things themselves, then they should partner with people so that, who have succeeded. Then students will be what? Will be inspired. The other issue, as we close to the ending, I wanted to tell you that innovation sometimes comes from exposure. How exposed are you? Because now university students go for internship, I think once or twice. But you can go for internship as early as primary, if you're going to primary. Because me, as I grew up, I used to see my dad do certain things, practical things. Building, make beds. You would make beds for us. He used not to buy. So he was practical. So when I trace back, I find that most of the knowledge that I have, I trace it from there. So it is better to start entrepreneurship very early. If you are going to primary and maybe you enroll as an intern at the nearest restaurant to your home. I mean, what's wrong with that? Then you serve food. You see how people react, how they abuse you, how they say, "You kid, what are you doing here?" I mean, and you learn to talk to them, and you go there. You have to be very fast, giving people a service, food. There are people who behave like this, others behave like this. You have to, those things. You can still go to the next police post. Maybe when you are in secondary. See how they arrest people, how they write statements, how they cancel people who have come, maybe domestic violence and all that. You get the point, eh? You can go to a health center, the nearest health center. You see how they treat people. I mean, all of that will shape you to become a very, very different person from others. Are we together? You can even go to the supermarket and volunteer. Then you learn how business is done. You can go to the bank. If you say, "I want to come here and volunteer and help you people do this and this." I want to tell you, if you have gone for 10 different internship placements in your area, and you have completed university, and you apply for a job, and there is a professor who is competing with you, and for you have 1 degree, but you have done internship 10 times from different places, the way you will discuss with the panelists, the interviewers, I want to tell you that you will Beat who? This professor who will come with papers and has never worked anywhere. Am I right or wrong? No, I'm telling you as an employer. Because I don't value the paper, I value the practical aspect and the knowledge and the exposure of someone. Mr. Lecturer, what do you think?
Very much.
Productivity is what we are looking at. Practicability.
Yes, I used to have an opportunity of being on the interview panel.
Yes, exactly. Tell us.
And yes, in some sectors, your papers matter, but when you go outside, if you are coming to Bishop Stuart, to academic institution, maybe your papers will work.
Yeah.
But if you go outside,
private sector.
I remember when I got my first job as an inspector,
Yes.
I was not employed as a teacher, but I was interested in the work that inspectors do. So when I reached in the panel, I answered questions. They ended up scoring me 80, but when they went to look at my background, they discovered I didn't have an appointment as a teacher.
Can you imagine?
So they were wondering, how do we make someone an inspector before he becomes a teacher? But they had already scored me.
Exactly. So that was the power of exposure. He learned how these things are done. So as we conclude, we are saying, when you are born poor, it is not what? Your fault. But if you die poor, it is your fault. You note that somewhere. We need mindset change from the aspect of go to school, get a job, to go to school and start a business. Because that is the agenda 8 is trying to propel. We are saying you people are doing agriculture, you emphasize in innovating around agriculture, the agriculture aspect, because that is where our strength as a country lies. We are saying whatever gives you headache in life needs an innovation. Are we together? When life is easy, is fine, then you may not need an innovation around that. We are saying be confident with your idea and do it fast, very fast. We are concluding. You can innovate by partnership, through partnerships. You may not do it alone. And look for people who are better than you. Because now, if you are a scientist, a food scientist like me, and you want to maybe go into business, business partnership, then maybe look for a salesperson, a business person. Are we together? They have what you don't have, so you can move far. But if you are the same, then you will go and hire a person who is different from you. Have we noted that? So I want to take this opportunity to thank 8TV for picking on me and for the first time making me a chief guest. I've not been a chief guest before. Maybe I've been a guest before, but I've not been a chief guest. Before very important people like you. Of course, sharing a desk with the president, the ministers, and now the unemployable, you see. It is but maybe tomorrow or another day, when we meet, we shall discuss on it. Okay? And I've not just explained to you, but I've also learned. I've benefited by learning what these people have discussed. Every time we learn, like he said, keep learning, let us keep learning, let us keep identifying opportunities in our communities, come up with solutions. Let us not live ordinary lives like who have not gone to school. We have invested a lot in this education, and we should shine. It should make us shine. We should use it to make a difference in our community, in our family, in our continent, and the world at large. I thank you very much, and I wish you the best.
Thank you, our chief guest. I think now we are all conversant with what the club is all about. Now, we have remained with one item of launching our club. Now, let me first recognize the members who joined us lately. I think you are two of them. The great gent, the Minister of Agriculture? Yeah, Minister of Agriculture. And this gent, maybe I do not know you.
Thank you so much. Excuse me. Yes, this is Mbarara, the student at Bishop Stuart University pursuing Bachelor's of Business Administration in my second year. I'm happy to meet you here. Former Minister of Disaster, and for any other thing we shall keep on engaging. I'm happy for you.
Okay, thank you. We shall, for a simple criteria, time is against us. We shall have this table being led by our chief guest, lead the ceremony of launching. I think we shall have a marker or a pen. You take you pen your signature on our banner as a sign of him launching it. Then we shall follow the order. You also pen your signatures as officials as we cheer them. That is the greatest job that had brought us here. The camera person, I think, will engage this, and then after, we shall also approve. We shall begin with the committee, and we will be next as we clone it up. Thank you. Now I take the honor for our chief guest append his signature as we clap our hands. Yeah. BSU Innovation Club now comes into existence by the chief guest launching it officially. We highly thank you. Thank you. That's our mentor. Our mentor. That has been our mentor, and now our partners from 80, and we do thank you very much for launching for such. Now we can go to our guild president, get seconded by your minister and the former minister of disaster. This is so great, so great. We hereby officially launch our club, and we request you members that we continue the spirit from now and then. The Minister for Intercoalitions, that is the Minister for Intercoalitions, former Minister of Disaster. The club is done. Now, join us. Let's follow the criteria with the president taking the first lead. The club president is also officially launching our club, And we are very, now let's be quick. Let's be quick. We highly cherish and expect much from this. Don't forget that on Monday we are likely to begin on the trainings. Yeah, actually we are starting, for your information. That is the Finance Minister, BSU Innovations Club, the Secretary. The club is finally launched. We are going to the publicity. Yeah, this is innovation. This is innovation. This is innovation. I think we shall have representatives, just representatives from the audience.
So maybe each course.
Yeah. Let me also append mine, the speaker. Now, for matters of clarity, we shall, from the audience, let's follow the, faculties? We follow faculty representatives. Now let's begin with the faculty of law. We know you. You are the only one here. Thank you. Faculty of education, someone to represent us. Append your signature as we launch. The council to be. Thank you very much as you append your signature to approve our launch. We go for first. Education first. If you are there, come. Now, this one is representing faculty of law, faculty of law. Education is done, first is done. Now that one is for education. Will be followed by one from first. Which another course? Business. Let's have one from business. Yeah. One from business. School of Nursing we don't have. Which other faculty? Faculty of Agriculture falls under first. I think faculties are all represented, if I'm not mistaken. Guild aspirants, you can also append your signature. No, come. You can also append your signature to prove to us that you had attended. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's the man you saw me. Now, I think we have reached our climax because this was the most important function that had brought us here. Let me call someone to give us a prayer and we conclude it by a group photo outside here. Then Monday, we begin on the business. Thank you for listening and attending in multitudes of numbers. We appreciate it. I think you can give your notes and pray for us and go.
So as we prepare to pray, let's stand up and let us humble ourselves and we pray. Almighty Father, King Almighty, we take this opportunity to thank you for we have come to an end of this launching, Father. We thank you for everything that has been done successful. We thank you for the environment and comfort that we've had in this moment. And Lord, as it has been launched from today, may it yield more fruits that will change our lives positively, that will innovate us for future prosperity. May it open the doors for our success. And as we go further, as we meander into different channels from here, may you protect us, may you shield us with your true canopy against evil troops, Lord. May you be with us all now and forever. Amen.
Thank you, our Vice President. We can have a group photo outside here as we call it a day. Thank you for attending.
You're watching AYIT TV, empowering you.